are now in Germany. Come on. Good morning and welcome to episode 5 of Europe by Van, but it's actually day 6 and I'll get to that in a moment. But first, check this out. Where we camped last night, there's something called a natural swimming pool, so we've got to check it out this morning. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's a lot warmer than I thought it would be. And deeper. Apparently it's 2.8 meters here. You getting in? You're not enjoying it?
I'm not a massive fan of like open water and it is quite cold.
Well, that goes against everything I just said. I don't think it is that cold, so. Check out this washing line that Charlie's just made. He's done it in the gap between the door there. You feeling pretty pleased with yourself?
Yeah.
So as I said, this is actually day 6, and that's simply because I just didn't film yesterday. Decided to take the day off. You didn't miss much though. We drove into Germany. We are now in Germany. Come on. And I can't speak any German. Hi Germany. Guten Tag. I don't know any I'm so bad at languages. And in Germany, Charlie and I travelled to a place called Bremen. Right, so Charlie and I are now in
Bremen.
Which is pretty cool. Where there were lots of cool things to look at. Look at this. How mad is that? We then started walking down these beautiful historic streets and they just seem to be getting smaller and smaller. The pathways just keep getting smaller and smaller. And then we bought pizzas. We bought pizzas. They were giant. That's giant. Then Charlie and I found an Audi. Charlie. We found an Audi. Which was pretty exciting. Which is exciting. But I think ultimately Charlie and I decided that city van life wasn't for us. I don't think city van life is for us. Like the park-ups just aren't that good. A lot of the camping spots are just like car parks you can pay for 24 hours. I think ultimately we were just missing being in nature. I'm already missing being out in nature. So we headed south until we're in nature and we found this gorgeous lake. Which was much more like it. This is much more us. We also saw Highland cows. Highland cows. And tiny Highland cows. Tiny little fluffy Highland cows. And a tiny frog. Tiny frog. And now you're up to date. So Europe, by the way, continues to impress us with its acceptance of campers. This was another free spot and it was absolutely gorgeous and we just filled up our water again for free. UK, up your game. The Netherlands, to be fair, was quite strict, but we're back in free camping territory now, so let's hit the road. So Charlie and I are actually slowly making our way down to the Black Forest here in Germany, and we're doing so through something called the fairy tale route, which is basically a selection of places where the Brothers Grimm set all of their fairy tales. So yesterday in Bremen was the start of it, and today we're going to somewhere called Kassel, which is basically the capital of the fairy tale route. It's where they wrote Rapunzel, it's where they wrote Cinderella. What else did they write?
Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping
Beauty, all of the classics, Little Red Riding Hood, all written in this spot. So hopefully it's going to be nice and picturesque and full of palaces and castles and Lord knows what. I don't actually know, but that's where we're going today. You see this building here? That's the train station in Kassel. We're in Kassel, by the way. Look, there's Charlie. There's a Charlie. Also, I may be saying it wrong. Charlie thinks it's Kassel. It could be Kassel. That kind of is just like how a northern person says castle, so it kind of makes sense. So the lovers of nature that we are, we have found ourselves a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We're in a park at the moment. It's apparently the biggest European hillside park. I don't know how many hillside parks there are. It sounds impressive, though. Oh, wow. Look at that. As you know, I don't like to do any research on this channel, but apparently this here is a palace, according to Charlie, and if we go this way round it, should be able to see a castle. Got fairy tale vibes already. I think we can up the fairy tale vibes though. Oh, Charlie needs a wee, so we're going to try and go in the palace. Oh, this is underexposed. Oh well. Oh, you had to pay to go in there. It was like a museum.
Ooh,
It's not bad, eh?
that's pretty cool.
Found the castle. We'll see if we can go up to it, I think. Got a butterfly on me and now it feels like I can't move. I guess I feel honoured, privileged. Is this a good thing?
Chosen. You've been chosen.
Chosen. There he goes, bye-bye. So, you know that thing we saw earlier? That was apparently a statue of Hercules, not the castle. So we've been following signs for the castle and we come across this. Now that is pretty fairy tale like if you ask me. Although I have lost Charlie. I think she walked into it. Did you just go in there?
A little bit.
What can you see? Are we allowed in there? Are we allowed? I don't know if you are allowed, but... Turns out Charlie just wanted me to go in there so I could take pictures of her looking like a princess, apparently. Like these. So, now that that photo shoot's done... What do you think?
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right, let me show you the Hercules. So there's a big monument and then on top there is where Hercules is. Do you know what? The Hercules, we've seen it from here. Do we really need to go up there?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, there's meant to be a really good view up there.
Right, rather than record the whole way to Hercules, this is my face before I've walked all the way up. And here's my face at the top, a lot sweatier. Oh, that was hard work. But that there, that is Hercules. The crazy thing is that this whole thing is basically a giant water feature with the water coming from the top all the way down these different chambers to the bottom where it disturbs some goldfish. Apparently it does it at 2:30, which it pretty much is now, tomorrow. So, I've got to admit, Charlie, though, you were right because the view is incredible. Look at that. That'll do. And there's home for the evening. How's it going?
Yeah, good.
You good?
Yeah.
Charlie's just started cooking, so I thought I'd show you why we're camping here this evening. The reason is this. Not only do we have another free spot this evening, but we've also got a lovely place where we can swim in the morning again, because it was pretty good this morning. The strange thing seems to be that there doesn't seem to be any Brits anywhere we're going. Like, we have not seen another British camper van at all. We've not heard any British voices. Is Germany not somewhere where people do van life? We just sort of planned a random loop and this is where we ended up. Carbonara night tonight in the van and Charlie is cooking up an absolute storm. She has got some homemade garlic bread on the go. You've got to see this. How good is that? Homemade garlic bread in a van. We rediscovered carbonara recently when we went to Wales. We hadn't had it in ages. And to be fair, this is only the second time since then, but it's now feeling like a van classic. Oh. So the reason we don't do much filming in the van in the evening is because the evenings look fairly similar. I don't want it to get too boring. We come, we find a spot to camp, we eat, cook and eat. I do some editing. We maybe go for a walk. That's pretty much it. So with that in mind, look at this. Carbonara, cooked up by Charlie. I'm about to absolutely smash this with the homemade garlic bread, which is obviously delicious. So it's time for us to say goodnight, I think. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Get on. Go. Go, go, go. Told you we'd go for a walk this evening and we just see a casual murmuration. Is that the word?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.